Hello, my name is Keith. I'm a part of the customer support team here at Rapid Visa. Today I want to take a few moments to discuss one of our most frequently asked questions, and that is, which visa is right for me? With visas, we're normally talking about one of two categories, an immigrant visa or a non-immigrant visa. A non-immigrant visa is for someone who is not intending to come here and stay. Someone who's coming here for a defined period of time, for work, for school, for pleasure, whatever. An immigrant visa is for someone who's trying to move to the United States. Their family is here and they're trying to start their life here in America. Now, inside of both of those categories, we have different categories of visas. And those are normally identified by a letter number combination. Now, the letters that we're going to be concerned with today, and for most family-based immigration petitions, are K, CR, and IR. Now, I'm going to start with the K visa. The K visa is technically a non-immigrant visa, okay? Meaning that it grants your family member, in this case, we'll talk about a K1 visa, it grants your fiancé the opportunity to come to America for 90 days for the purpose of getting married. Now, if she gets married to you, the American citizen, then he or she can apply for an adjustment of status and remain in the United States as a permanent resident, a legal permanent resident. If they have a child, that child can accompany them on a K2 visa. Now, there's also a K3 visa, and the K3 visa is an option that confuses people on a regular basis, and it's mainly because there's been some significant changes to it in the past year. A K3 visa is a visa for the spouse, the husband or wife of an American citizen. It allows them to come to the United States, and then once they're here, again, apply for a green card or their legal permanent residency so they can adjust status and remain here in America with their family permanently. Now, this used to be the fastest way to get your husband or wife here to America. But in the past year, USCIS, which is a part of the Department of Homeland Security and manages this whole process, has stated that what was a backlog in spousal petitions in the CR and IR categories, that's now been dealt with. And those categories are evaluated and accepted and issued just as quickly as the K visas are. That means, on average, it'll take 5 months for your visa petition to be approved. At that point, it's forwarded to the embassy in the country of your family member for them to interview and issue. Now, I mentioned the CR and IR petitions. Let me tell you a little bit more about those. A CR petition, or a CR visa, and we'll talk about the CR1, which is a visa for the husband or wife of an American citizen. Again, takes around 5 months to be approved, and then another probably 2 months, sometimes 3 months to be issued by the embassy, is a visa that allows the spouse to come to the United States, but where it has a huge advantage over the K visas is that it's an immigrant visa petition, meaning that as soon as your husband or wife enters the United States through a port of entry, whether they fly here or take a bus or a train or a car, it doesn't matter. Whenever they enter the United States, they're automatically granted the rights of a legal permanent resident. Their green card will begin to be processed and will be mailed to them shortly. It means they can automatically start to work. They can travel outside the United States if they need to. They can otherwise begin their life in America. Now, the CR stands for conditional residency. It's specifically for couples who've been married less than 2 years at the time that they apply for the visa. And what happens is when your spouse is given the green card, he or she is given a green card for 2 years. At the end of that 2-year period, you have to apply for what's called a removal of conditions. And this is where you prove to them that you're still married, that you have a legitimate relationship, and that you guys didn't join into that relationship for the purpose of immigration. There's nothing fraudulent about it. So again, if you're in a sincere relationship, you're not trying to be fraudulent, you have nothing to be concerned about. For couples who have been married more than 2 years at the time that they apply, they're eligible for what's called an IR IR1 visa. IR1 visa stands for immediate relative. So an immediate relative 1 visa is for a husband or wife in a couple who's been married for more than 2 years. Same process, takes about 5 months to be approved. Then it'll be issued by the embassy. And as soon as your husband or wife arrives in the United States, they're automatically given an unconditional green card, which are normally good for 10 years, and they're very easy to renew after that. During that period of time, your husband or wife will be able to begin their process for citizenship, if that interests you, or just remain on their green card or legal permanent residency.